What is up? RebBearShark here with a Real Trace Llamas. Today I got a quick one for you. This week the One Piece TCG released and I got to stop out at a local card shop and give it a play. I'm going to show you my deck, run through how it went, and hopefully make this a new thing for you guys. I'm really excited about the One Piece TCG, so let's get into it. Alright, as you can see, my deck is right here. You hope you can look at the cards, maybe a little small. I'll put the deck link in the bio so you can check on it out. I was running the Odin leader card, with a mix of some Wano cards as well as a few Heart Pirates. I'm going to go into some of the big hitters in the deck real quick. First things first, I had to give a shout out to my leader here, Kozuki Odin. Dope card. Odin's ability is really cool. It lets you trash a land of Wano card from your hand, and by doing so, you are then freed up to take 2 of your Dawn cards and turn them to active. So if you don't know much about the One Piece TCG, Dawn is how you get to play cards. So you use 2 to play a card, throw away some random Land of Wano card in your hand, and all of a sudden you get 2 more back to use again to play another card. It's really exciting. I think it works really well. I really enjoyed this part of the deck. One of the biggest combinations that I ran in my deck that really helped out, I ran 2 copies each of Shachi and Penguin. These are 2 of the Heart Pirates. What these cards do is when you play one from your hand, you're allowed to play another one. The other ones, if you have Shachi, you're allowed to play Penguin, Penguin, Shachi. If you play them from your hand, you're allowed to then play the other one from your hand. They are both blockers, which means they can take attack from your enemy when they are trying to take out your leader. It was really helpful to have those. I could put out 2 blockers with a cost of just 3 Dawn. It was really nice. The biggest part of this deck that made it the way it was a combination of running Kinemon with Ashura Doji. So for Kinemon, on play, if Odin's your leader, you get to play one of the Ayazaka 9 with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. You know who's an Ayazaka 9 that has a cost of 3 or less? Doji. So I would play Kinemon, get Doji on the field. Now when Kinemon is attacking, you have a Dawn attached to him once per turn. You can set one of your Ayazaka 9 cards with a cost of 3 or less back to active. So think about that. I've got Doji here. He hits an attack, he gets rested. Guess what? I hit attack with Kinemon. He's back up to hit again. I could get a 3 life swing just from that. Kin's got 6,000, so I don't need to attach more than 1 Dawn to him. Makes him 7. Looking good there. Doji's, though, his ability is really what kicks this into gear. If my opponent has 2 or more rested characters, which a lot of the decks I had were running rested, you had the blue Baroque Works deck, requires a lot of rested cards. This one really was hitting hard. If your opponent has 2 more rested characters, you attach a Dawn to this guy, he gets plus 2,000 for that, plus the 1,000 for the Dawn. You're running another 7,000 attacker. It just really made the deck work the way it did. Some other honorable mentions for what made this deck work, well, I thought pretty well for me. Some honorable mentions of things that made the deck work really well for me in my position was a combination of Komurasaki and You Can Be My Samurai. Komurasaki's a 1 cost. You can rest 3 Dawn when you play her, and this lets you set one of your Land of Wano characters that has 3 or less as active, similar to what Kinemon does. The only problem is that again you have to rest 3 Dawn when you do it, so it's not that useful. But what it does is it's a really easy card to rest. You don't care if it dies. Once it's used, and you rest 2 of those. You use You Can Be My Samurai and get to draw some cards. Because the biggest downfall of this deck is that you run out of cards in your hand so easily, because Odin makes you just want to throw them away to get those Dons back. Another card that I think was really integral in this deck is Paradise Waterfall. It's a counter that you can use that gives your leader plus 2,000, and then you can reset one of your characters as active. So, again, really nice. You got a character you don't want to get destroyed. You use this counter, set it as active, can't be attacked. And your leader, or whoever your character that was being attacked, probably now has enough health to withstand it. Some things I would change about this deck, and actually already have changed, are the fact that it's hard to keep cards in your hand. So the 2 cards that I've added, I only have 1 copy of each. I've put in a Denjiro as well as a Momonosuke as well, and I removed 2 of my Raizos. I wasn't really using them. Didn't really have a good use for them. There's lots of other cards I can remove. But those are the ones. So Denjiro, what he does is if you have Kozuki Odin as your leader, you get to set up to 2 Dawn cards as active when you're attacking as long as you have a Dawn attached. It's a better way to get those Dawn back than just trashing every hand with Odin. So it's a nice little thing if you can get it in there and get it running it'd be nice. I'd like to have more than one copy of it. Unfortunately, when I got the booster box, it's the only copy I got. Another thing I had, like I said, was Momo. Momo, you can rest him, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and reveal one Land of Wano card, add it to your hand, and place the rest at the bottom of your deck. Another way to just draw more cards. Because like I said, the thing that you run into with Odin is that you're just trashing your hand to try to get that momentum. Green is an awesome color. I really enjoyed playing it. That being said, I went 2-2 for the night. I went halfway. Middle of the pack as far as the rankings are for the store. I think that's really great because this is my first time playing the One Piece TCG. I've played the tutorial app, but this is the first time getting in person and doing it. And it's my first experience playing a trading card game that honestly isn't Pokemon, right? It's different. I don't have to attach energy in the same way. The energy's freed up every turn. There's a lot of little things. Summoning Sickness is something I'd never experienced before in a card game. So lots of things to learn. Really enjoyed this deck. You guys should check it out. As far as I can look on TCG Player, this is not an expensive deck to run. The only card that might cost you is the Yamato that I'm running, and some of the alternate arts, obviously. But you don't need those. Like I said, the crux really here is getting Kinemon, getting Ashura Doji, and getting some of those blockers that can summon other blockers for you. I really love the One Piece TCG. I'm so excited for it. I have other decks ready to go. I am hoping to stop back out at my locals either this week or the next to try to get back into it. I will be running a blue-purple Kaido at some point that I'm really excited about, as well as a red Zoro deck. Check out the channel for more. We're going to be bringing out more when I have more chances to open, as well as talk more about the deck play. Hope you guys enjoy. Join the Alpaca. Do your best. And honestly, just rip some One Piece packs because it's fun.